Monday.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Elite Co. Let me just remove that for you just for a second. There we go. I can speak to you now. Saturday morning. It's auction time, 11 o'clock. I'm pleased I've changed it to 11 o'clock because I've had an hour or so just to try and get everything sorted for you this morning. I've got something special coming up if there's any interest in it. And that is when I've done these 9 fish, I've only managed to get 9 fish done this week. I've got Rob in the back at the minute, and he's picking out half a dozen of the slightly bigger Mara Hero koi, which we're going to auction at the end. So I don't know what he's picking. I know there's a good show in there. There's an eye wakaba, which is a yellow and blue Shizui. Looks pretty special. I'll go through it as we're doing it, but if you do want to hang around and watch that at the end, them fish can stay here with us until spring, until the end of March next year. So the starting price of the auction is going to be slightly higher. They are slightly bigger fish. I hope I didn't confuse anybody when I said during the video last week that it was going to be better quality fish. That was a bit of a lie, really. It's the same fish, they're just slightly bigger, because obviously we want them nice and strong to go through winter, to get them through the other side really great. So I've still got loads and loads of fish to come for you. The purpose of having today's auction was really for you guys to fill your boxes up. So outside the shop here in pond 13, which is just behind this wall here, it's outside, there's still quite a few fish in there that are waiting to be shipped. Now I've made the decision this week, the temperature's down to about 12 degrees, and what I would like is for these fish to now go by the end of next week. They've got to go. Whatever's left there, I'm going to settle down for the winter, but once I settle down for the winter, you've effectively lost it. It won't be overwintered for free. So if you got one, you'll get a credit note for it, and you get the opportunity of buying that fish again next springtime. We've got to do it for the fishes' health. They're slowing down, obviously not on the feed, and I want to get them indoors now just to stop that temperature fluctuation. So thank you for joining us. Can you all hear me okay? I haven't really looked at the comments yet, but Adrian, Douglas, Jane, Paul, Richie, Tom, Tony, Silcarpinon, thank you for joining me. Yeah, we'll get going. I'm a bit all over the place because we've got this to do, and then also I've been trying to set up this auction bit for you at the end. I'm going to get this first fish going. So they've been up on the koi auction house all week. Let me just see if I can work any magic on it. Well, I know the starting bid on this one was £45, and that was from Brian. So let me post that in there, Brian. So we're starting this first koi off with Brian at £45. Here we go. Bid away, folks. I'm going to hit that refresh button. This is the one that in the video that I actually picked up, because it really did stand out to me. You're looking at a Kyotoria, 20 centimetres. That is a really, really good quality fish, folks. You've got to see this with a bit of size on it, a bit of growth, as the Matsuba effect kind of like defines itself. So each scale will show a picture in itself. Very, very strong in ring, and that colour is going to really pop. It's going to become more yellow as it matures. Fantastic fish. We're looking at £45 with Brian at the minute. Of course, this one will need to go. It's one for filling the boxes up to get them on. If anybody, if you're still wanting fish, if you still want to make the most of filling that boxes, please give me a call on WhatsApp next week, and I can show you over the ponds, and then we can sort out your fish. So you're still getting the most out of your shipping charges. So fish this size, you know, I can put 10, 12 of these into a box for you. So if you want more fish, message me on WhatsApp next week. We'll have a one-to-one. I'll put the video over the pond, and you can have a really good look to see what's in there, so that you can fill your boxes up. In terms of like moving on from this point on, the fish will come with overwintering until the end of March 26th. So this is from next week onwards, of course. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to that, because not only it's a bit selfish of me, really. Not only do I get to enjoy the fish for that, but we're also going to use the new ponds at the shop so that everybody can enjoy them over that winter period. And I think they're working so well, them ponds, simply because we've got eyes on the fish all the time. There's a lot of interaction going on between the fish that are in the shop and with the people that are in the shop as well. And it's good. It shows on the fish. The fish are absolutely glowing in that new pond 8. They're growing. There's nothing special happening with them at the minute. With them grow out fish, everybody who's coming in is look at the size of them. Happy fish, happy koi keepers. We've cracked it. We're winning. So back to this Ginrin Kiyotori. Sorry, I keep saying Ginrin Kiyotori. It's Ginrin Kimatsuba. I did on the video say it was an Otori, of course. You lot know better than that. It is a Kimatsuba. £45 with Brian. This is an absolute stunner, this fish. 20 centimetres. It's one of the Marahiro koi. So impressed with these fish again this season. The Ginrin in them is very, very strong. I think he's trying to develop his own golden corn lineage, which is absolutely fantastic, and I hope that he can manage that, because Marahiro really does know how to pack quality into fish, and the golden corn lineage from that koi farm would be something else, I think. So Adrian asked for a shipping invoice a couple of weeks ago. Sorry about that, Adrian. Can you maybe give Tracy a call on the shop number, and she'll get sorted out everything that we need to do. Me and Tracy have been by ourselves for a couple of weeks, so we're just trying to clear the backlog, which I think we're virtually there now. So if anybody's waiting for anything, if anybody's been promised anything, don't hesitate to phone up and remind us. As always with Elite Koi, there's always stuff going on. I don't know whether I'm coming or going sometimes, but boy, am I enjoying running the shop at the minute. The new ponds are looking absolutely amazing. So back to this one. Good morning, Chris. Morning, Bob. Thank you. Don't just see Bob's name pop up there. Remember, guys, the WhatsApp group. It's a single voice WhatsApp group now, so we've reduced a lot of the noise in there, a lot of the confusion with regards to advice and all that type of thing. The only posting that you're going to be seeing in there at the moment is either from myself or from our good friend Tebow, which of course there's a link in there so that you can follow Tebow in Japan, which I'll tell you about in a little while. So have we got any more? Have we got any more on this? I'm going to play it once more, folks, and I'm going to get my special gavel out that was made for me. That beautiful, hand turned by a gentleman, and then I'm going to drop it on that block of wood. So it's with Brian at £45. I don't think I've missed any bids there. Let me just put that up. Brian at 45. There we go. That's better. No, you're missing a trick here, folks. This one, get it in your ponds now. It is cold. It's about 12 degrees, so it can be shipped this week. Or, sorry, it will be shipped this week, or collected, even. Have we got any more? I'm going to say Adrian's just jumped in there with £46. There we go, Adrian. I think you might have nabbed it for £1 because I don't think Brian's online. So, of course, yeah, we'll keep the format in terms of you seeing the fish in the koi auction house the same for the future auction, so that you can still put your free bids in and have a really good look at the fish before auction day. So, Adrian, £46. Beautiful Ginrin Kimatsuba Marahiro. toe size 20 centimeters. All of our auction koi do come with this elite koi certificate, which is a proper, true reflection of the fish. And all we detail on here, excuse me, I will take a breath, is the age. So when this image was taken, it was toe size, of course. When you get this fish, they're all on this side now. We're all in the second growing season. The reference number is always important, because if we enter it into photo shows or anything, we can always trace back to find the fish and find out whose fish it is. And then the date of issue, which is on the bottom. The date of issue is the date that this image was taken. So think of it as a birthday card for the fish. And the good thing about the age is there and the date. By comparing the two, you always know exactly how old the fish is. So Richie's gone 47. Morning, Trevor. We're all good and well. Thank you very much. You did very, very well in last week's photo show. I think that might have been a bit of a surprise. I've still got some of the images up on the front, and let me have a look. I think Trevor's was that one, which was the Ginmatsuba, and also this beautiful Karashi guy that Paul stuck a sticker on top of. I'll keep your trophy safe for you, Trevor. Next time you're up, or next time we bump into each other, I'll make sure that you get them. Big thank you to everybody for last weekend. It was fantastic. The atmosphere in the shop was absolutely amazing. It was just about the koi, and I warned everybody. Let me spin this again while you're still thinking. I warned everybody that if they turned the card over to see what name was on the back, that they'd have to move, because I didn't want egos getting confused with the fish. And even the third place, Paul said, "I'll tell you what, I'll let you guys that are here pick the fish yourself." And he gave them a little bit of talk, what he would look for and how to photograph them and all that type of stuff. And there was such an atmosphere in there as the third choice was being picked. It's picked by you guys, for you guys. So it was really, really good. Richie's gone 49. So Trevor's hoping to pop in next week. Yes. Yeah, Trevor, I am aware of that email somewhere in the back of my mind that you sent. So hopefully, yeah, be good to see you next week. You can pick your trophies up. Richie's saying photo event was an amazing day. It was really, really good. I mean, it actually, in a bizarre way, it worked out better. Me not being able to put the images into the Facebook album, because I couldn't. I'm not very technically minded, and I couldn't get all the images to go in. So I thought I've got to scrap Tebow's Koi Question Award, because he's in Japan at the minute and he couldn't see the fish. So all I did was I scrapped everything, and I just printed off the pictures that you guys took, put them on the certificate. No nonsense around them, just the fish, and it was really, really good. So thank you everybody who came and everybody who took that. Adrian's finished. It's with Richie at 49. Have I missed anybody else bidding? Or is this one going to Richie? I think there's only Richie in at the minute. Play it once more, folks. It is with Richie at £49. Sorry. I'm going to say going once, going twice, going 3 times. And there we go, Richie. That is a nice fish. I hope you're going to send this one back during next season's photo shows. So Tracy and Rob are just picking some fish for that flash auction at the end of today, which I'll keep talking about. Anybody got any questions, fire them in. I'm all ears for you today. Let me get the next fish up. You'll be able to see what I'm doing here. And if you see me going wrong, you can. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. So EK 6699. There we go. So next up is the Kajaku. Now I do know that this one had bids on this one. I started at £1, and I think it's with Richie at £25. So I'm just going to send that across. There we go. Let me open that up. Beautiful Kajaku, £25 with Richie at the moment. So Adrian's got an old shag that's lost its colour and gone silver. £25. Better finish doing that first. Let me pop that in there, and off we go. So beautiful Kajaku from Marahiro. Surprise, surprise. This is toe size 17 centimetre. Of course, it is this high now. So it's got an interesting body shape. This fish. You see how strong the body is. It's only 17 centimetres, but I think this fish is capable of packing a bit of size on. The colour's particularly good. And the other thing that really caught my eye with this one is that Matsuba effect, that darkening within the scales, just in that area around the backbone that you can see. It's very strong, and I think this is it's a bit of a gamble fish in terms of is it going to stretch, but for the price it's at, well worth a gamble in my eyes. That is for sure. Let me play it again. Morning, Robert. Morning, Lee. So the overwintering will start from when I go live with some fish after this auction. So this is the last of the non-overwinters fish. We've kept them cold so they can be shipped out for you before the overwintering starts. We will be starting from this week moving on. Having said that, if you want the fish, still let me know, and I can always condition them. If you've got your own heated grow out, I can always condition them here to the condition that your grow out's in or whatever, and you can take the fish. I personally haven't got a problem in moving fish in the colder weather, and I'll tell you why. Because there's less parasite activity, the bacteria levels are suppressed, and there's loads more oxygen in the water. So in terms of stress on the fish, you know, when the temperatures are really high, the fish have got a lot more stress in terms of not having as much dissolved oxygen content, which of course we all need oxygen in our lives for all sorts of reasons. In the winter, it's pretty good. The only time I would really not want to move a fish is if they've slipped into that condition where they are torporing, or if they're laying on the sides and they are looking pretty inactive. I think when that happens, you know, the temptation is to get a net and poke them and make them swim off to make sure they're not dead. It's very, very strong. I think you've just got to leave them be. There's a condition called torpor, where I believe in a fish it's not full hibernation, but it's not full alertness either. So if the fish is in that condition, it's probably best not to snap it back into awakeness, just leave it be and keep a close eye on it. Just going back to Adrian, the shag. One thing that you will notice this time of year, of course, is that the colours of the fish are glowing, and you will notice as well that sumi tends to thicken in the winter. We fished one out for Martin yesterday here, and it was a Deutsch Macassiogan, and when on the certificate image it was quite golden in colour. It's quite a copper coloured koi. When we fished it out yesterday, it was jet black. So it will come back. It's just showing you its colour in the temperature. I guess it's showing you how it's feeling. It's kind of like it's getting ready for the winter, which of course is what we're doing here as well at the minute with the overwintering and stuff like that. So there we go. Richie Bass, £30 on this Kajaku. I've not been paying attention to the bids, guys. If I miss one, please let me know. I've got eyes all over the place at the minute. But I do like this fish. I've got to say, when this fish went into the ball, and I thought, you know, it is a gamble fight. It is a gamble fish. Hence the starting price of £1. You know, it's one that I would certainly like to see back again. Maybe in the photo show. Remember the photo show, the fish don't have to be perfect, but if you can get a good image to showcase your fish, you've got a really good chance of getting a trophy. All the guys that are on the front there have proven that this week. This trophy here, which was second place, was for a guy who's only started keeping koi this year. Absolutely fantastic, and it's, you know, it's not the bestest koi in the world, but if you look at the care that's been taken in taking that image, you know, it's pretty good, and I think that's what's won him the trophy. Right, enough of my waffle again. So Richie Bass, £30 with the Kajaku. So Adrian, his ponds at 17, still feeding well. Yeah, I was where the heated ponds were up at about 16. My plan this season is to bring them down to 12 degrees. I think experience is starting to show me that 12 degrees seems to be a happy medium, happy place to be if you are indeed heating. And then, like for the overwintering pets, things like that, we know that the immune system's still functioning pretty well at 12 degrees. If we do need to add any treatment, or if we do encounter any issues, it's also a good temperature for using them medications. They're more effective at 12 degrees and above. Right, so Michael's asking, let me just play this round again. I'll put the price up. The Grand Champ event is going to go at the end of the month. We've got to do it. We've got to do it. I'm going to need a bit of help off some ladies that help us out a lot in terms of the business and how we do it practically wise, because I don't want to put it out across too many platforms because it will just cause absolute confusion and chaos. So I think what I'd like to do is put all the fish that have in the first, second, third trophy throughout this season. I'm gonna not include TiVos or Koi Perspective or any other awards in this. Is purely for the ones that Paul Mack has chosen throughout the season. And then I really want it on an email so that when it goes out, you can maybe pick 3 fish, put them into a showcase type, and then you can pick your fish that you think deserves the trophy from the email. It'll keep it nice and easy for us. Anybody got any ideas? You know, I'm all ears at the minute. If anybody can think of a way that it can be done better, or I think this is the fairest way to do it. So Richie's gone 36 on this one. The other good thing about, I said I was going to come back to Timo. Shall we finish this fish off first? Is everybody finished? Oh, we've got no Trevor. Oh, Dell's in as well. So yeah, keep this one going. So the other thing that's going to coincide with with the Grand Champion event, of course, is that Tebow's expressed to me that he thinks that he's coming over at the end of the month, which is going to coincide with the
but it's like Chris says,
with the Grand Champion event. Now,
what
for
was
those
who
don't know Tebow is one of the founders of Koi Question. It's a magazine in Europe. It covers everything all the way across Europe, Italy, Germany, France, Netherlands. Also the UK koi scene, and he's actually translating that magazine into English now. So there are links on our WhatsApp group where you can go over and you can find Tebow, and he can tell you all about that magazine himself. But a few years back, he did, after he judged a photo show for us, he did come over and give us an hour's appreciation evening, which was absolutely fantastic. Starting that, how can you speak about Haku for 3 or 4 hours? This guy really does know his stuff, and he knows. He explains it in such a way that it's easy to understand in terms of his appreciation. So I know that all the elite koi people that was at that last one are screaming to be part of this next one, and then we're also going to invite some people in from the trade as well, because they need to see, of course, what Tebow's doing in terms of trying to link the European koi community together. It's fantastic. Initially that is going to be put out. If it happens, I'm not promising at the minute. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. But it will be elite koi club members will get the priority over the 30 places that we've got. I need to put some aside for the trade.
Like that sometimes, not very often.
The one perk, if you like, of being a member is that you will get an invite to this evening. Don't miss it. I don't know how many of you are watching, how many of you saw the last one, and it was fascinating. So that's going off as well. It's going to happen over the last weekend of October, November, to coincide with the Grand Champion event. So I'm gonna play the Grand Champion event at Tebow's presentation. I'm just going to leave it till last minute to decide which day suits which event best. because I know there's a few people, including Paul Mack, who've got birthdays to celebrate over that weekend. So if there's a difference between
rambling on and on
I
this,
think it's really important that he does.
Don't ramble
Certainly with him being
on.
the lead at that great big show, then I'll swap the base round. So someone talking over me in the background. Let me just go mute them.
And I've been on here.
Right, hold on.
Hey.
There we go. Thank you for that. Whoever spotted that one, I think that's finished. I'll start talking again, Trace. Sorry about that, folks. Right, where was I? Trevor's gone 47. Dell's finished on the Kajaku. I'll play it again. Yeah, so I've got loads of stuff lined up for the koi community in terms of like taking us through the, I don't want to call it the winter, taking us through the cooler season. And you know, we are really looking forward to it. Me and Tracy we're buzzing with the way things are going at the minute here at Elite Koi. The community is really coming together. Last weekend showed that, and it was good to see. So Trevor at £48 on this one. We're still bidding away. I think I've just shot Tracy into the microphone was on in the back. This is where we need the young kids with technical knowledge. Good morning, Neil. Thank you for joining us. TikTok shop today. No, I'm going to try and bring the TikTok shop back again next week, Adrian, and I'll explain why best I can. In terms of the TikTok shop, I want to use it more as rather than just selling products. I want to use it more as an educational base. So when the TikTok shop comes back, I'm going to set a theme on let's say introducing new koi to a pond, something like that. The feeding, how I would like reduce the feed, what feeds I would use, that type of thing, so that everybody can get some benefit from the knowledge in the background. So I'm going to bring it back again. It would probably be next week. I need somebody else here to help me do all this, and so hopefully next week we'll be back with TikTok. There is a lot going on with the TikTok shop that it's not the right time to tell you all about, but keep watching, keep going over the TikTok shop. Even though I'm not posting in there at the minute, we are still very aware that the community is there on TikTok as well, which is pretty good. Just over a year ago, we started with TikTok. It was a bit of a gamble. Not many people were using TikTok, but of course, this is the way of the world now. The TikTok, the apps, all this type of thing. So it's important that Elite Koi has its voice in that arena. So thank you. Yeah, Adrian, makes sense. You know, and this is where I really do. It's like the stream this one. I'm relying on you guys to tell me what you need. So in terms of, you know, whether it's help, whether it's advice, whether it's products, you know, this is the time for you to kind of like tell me what you want, and then if I can make it happen, you bet your life I will make it happen. So Richie's gone 51 on this Kajaku. This is plodded along, this Kajaku, isn't it? It started off at £1 early on in the week. I think it's got real character, this fish, and I think it's also got the potential to pop a bit of growth on as well. Trevor and Richie are bidding in a bit of a bidding war. I'll hit that play button again. So did everybody see the videos about the winners of the Koi show last weekend? What's your thoughts? Do you think there was worthy winners? Is it the photo show? Is it something you're going to try and get up to join us in next time? Crystal came round from next door, the sandwich shop, to help me. She did us a fantastic buffet. And even that we kept as simple. If you couldn't eat it with your fingers and put it in your bin with the fingers, then we didn't have it. And it was just, it added to the atmosphere. It's pretty cool. none of the buffy got wasted. The lot got eaten. So Richie just purchased an easy pod, good filters. All our new ponds are now fitted with easy pod autos. Again, this is the importance of the routine when you're keeping koi. Koi love a routine, and the easy pod autos give you that routine as well. And the other good thing about the autos is if you've got to put the filter in a position that you can't reach it, say at the back of a pond, or if you've got the power switch nearby and you flip the power switch off and on, it reverts straight into cleaning mode, so you don't even have to climb over the back. You do occasionally to give it a good clean, but I'm waiting for Deck to come back for that. Which taxidermy food has the highest protein content? Offhand, I would say the junior food as by far. I think it's nearly 60% protein. Even the vitals and the mixes, they're all pretty similar in the protein levels, and they're quite high protein levels. But the ingredients are very digestible for the fish. So I don't really look at the protein content in terms of the ingredients or what I'm feeding, because I know that all the taxidermy foods you can feed across different temperature ranges. So for us, 12 degrees, we just feed mix all the way through. And you can see from the fish in the auctions how good that food is. Nothing special with these, just a good routine and good food, and they're glowing, absolutely glowing. So I hope that answers the question. If you do want the technical information on the foods, I think on our website, the Elite Koi website, all that information will be on the listing, so you can have a look. It's all reasonably high protein content. So Richie's isn't an auto. A lot of mine weren't. I've got a Deck. So Richie's got 55 on the Kajaku. So good morning, Paula. Let me play this one again. Yeah, £55 with Richie then. This has surprised me, this one, folks. It's I thought it would have been gone for around the £30 to £40 mark. It's still going at £55. But I think even at that price, it's a good investment in to see how this fish develops, and hopefully whoever wins it will keep us up to date on whether it's growing, whether it's stretching out in length time. I think the quality is pretty good on it, and it will remain. Trevor's finished, so it's 55 with Richie. I'm going to say going once, twice, 3 times. There you go, Richie. That one is yours as well. Thank you very much. Bone dry in Wakefield, Keith saying. Next up is a little. I say little. It's a Ginrin Chigoi. Now this is a beautiful fish. Despite the image, the image was pretty poor on the fish. It's blurred, so you can't really see what it is. But you actually see the video of this one. It looks pretty good. What am I doing here? Just bear with me, folks. Sorry, I do apologise. 6685. And there we go, Ginrin Chigoi. And we were talking about Marahiro Chigois yesterday. There's a guy bought one off me quite a few years ago. And this was the point where we realised how good Marahiro Chigoi actually were. The Ginrin is so distinctive. And the Ginrin is that shiny scale that you can see on the fish's back. And all it is, it's like a mirror. It's just reflecting back at you the light that you can see. It's pretty unique in Marahiro fish. It's kind of like it's there, but it's not there, if that makes sense. Depending on how the fish swims or the way the light reflects on it, you'll see some and then it's not there, and then you see it again. And it's kind of like almost like a never-ending Ginrin visual thing. It's so distinctive. I think I could probably pick out a Maruhiro Ginrin Chigoi from any of the other breeders. But it may be me just going nuts. I would need to see if there are any bids on this one. Was there any bids on it? Let me have a look. Let me just click there. No bids. So there we go. Shall we start this one? Where should we start it, folks? Come on, somebody make me an opening offer on this fish, and we'll let it go. The Burn the Bill, we've still got the 4 names that need drawing from when it was picked. We're not doing the Burn the Bill today, and the draw will be next week when I've got some help here. So the ones that we put in from the last auctions will be drawn next week, and then that will be it for the Burn the Bill, I'm afraid, folks. We need something a little bit better. A little bit. I might get the cards out again. Now, do you fancy that? If we get the cards out occasionally, that would be a good treat, and then we could do it live on the stream. So Adrian's offered me £20 for that one, and guess what, Adrian? I'm going to accept that. So we're starting at £20 on the Ginrin Chigoi. It's a 20 centimetre Maruhiro koi. It will come. I will, if you want me to, I will ask Deck if he will redo that image for the certificate. It's maybe something, if you want that doing, then you'll have to let me know before you get it shipped, because we'll have to get another image of the koi. But please let me know if you win it and get it. The certificate, it's not bad. It's not too bad. It's just a little bit blurred out of focus. And of course, you could always save this video to show you the fish. So good morning, Terry. Terry's coming at £30. That's the first comment I've seen. No, Adrian's on YouTube. So welcome to the YouTube viewers. Of course, we do stream across both Facebook and YouTube. We've been thinking about these auctions. We've been doing them for such a long time now. And, you know, consistently the viewing and everything is the same. And I was thinking about it, and you know, I think it is because it's live and you can see what's going on. This comments box here is absolutely fantastic because you're seeing in real time what I get to see here. So there's no skullduggery whatsoever with our auctions. Everything's up front. You can see it for what it is. You know, I'm going to take the auctions back to the old style where we had the fish in the bowl as well. So it's going to be more real. I still want to use these videos in terms of for you guys to have a good look at them in the koi auction house. But then I'm going to flip the auctions, and we may use this style. Tell me what you think. Would you like to carry on me using these videos like this, or would you like me to show you the fish live, or maybe it's a combination of both? It's up to you guys. It's your auction. So Tom's gone 35. Yeah, easy pod filters, really, really good. I did do a video on the WhatsApp. I've pinned it to the top. I don't know if the new members can see that or not, but I did go in there. I've been speaking to a new member of the community about whether I would have a drum or a Nexus, and for me, it's Nexus. It's Nexus all day long, and I'm trying to understand the reason for that. And I think the reason for that is because I sat there and did a 9-minute video while the filters are cleaning, and that is my opportunity to sit and look at the fish and acknowledge what the fish are telling me. So I think the drums, they have the places, don't get me wrong, but I think to fully automate a koi pond is probably taking you away from what these are. These are living creatures that are talking to you. And I think with that Nexus, as daft as it may sound, but while that media is boiling, you're having a cup of coffee, more importantly, you're looking at your fish. So here we go. So Tom still, Terry's filling his new pond. Excellent. Yeah, so the format is good. Could possibly add a side view, and we could, moving forward, Adrian, if the fish is in the bowl, then I could actually get it in me, if it's not too stressed, get it in the palm of my hand so that you can see the depth of the fish. And also that's pretty important if you're looking at a Deutsch fish and it's got them lovely scales running down its dorsal line. I'm just making sure I've got the term right. Yeah, them apple slice scales, as they called, down the dorsal line. So yeah, good point there, Adrian. Taken on board. Trevor much prefer seeing fish bowled in auctions. Yeah, I think this is handy. In terms of sometimes I get a fish in a bowl and it could be a little bit stressed. It might not take to the bowl. And in that case, I've always been terrified if the fish jumps out. The last thing I want is any of the fish ending up on the floor. So that's the reason that we always did the live auctions over pond one. If the fish jumped out on three sides, it would end up back in the pond. And hopefully, with us being there, if it jumped out on the near side, we'd be able to push it back into the pond. But if the fish is particularly stressed, I suppose that I can show you it quick, get it back settled in the pond, and then we can revert back to this video here that we've done. As always, if you want any more videos of the fish, you can always ring me on WhatsApp while the shop's open. We can go live. I can show you that fish on a one-to-one. I'm more than happy to do that, folks. All I ask is that it's done during our working hours. And I think that, it's good. It's not just the connection with the fish, of course, it's the connection with the koi community. I need to know what you're expecting from us. So back onto this one, it's Trevor at £36. Yeah, so Jim's just saying, yeah, live koi in your hand is better. Tom's gone £37. Like I said, Marahiro, Chugoi, I can spot them a mile off. There was a couple went late last season, and they was in the old Pond 8, which was the big freestanding pond at the back of the shop there, and they was in there for quite some time. And I don't know why they was being overlooked, but they eventually went, and they was two beautiful fish, very, very friendly. Always the first fish up to come and see you and interact with you, which I think is another good thing about Chugoi. They've got a confident nature, and they will instill that confidence in other koi, particularly if they're a little bit shy. Having said that, if you've only got 3 or 4 fish in a pond, they're going to be shy regardless of how many Chugoi you put in. The fish will always feel safer in a shoal. And when you start looking at mental health and things like that, these are living creatures. They have the same capacity for fear of being alone as what humans do. So there we go, played again. £40 with Trevor. Tom's gone 41. I love the petrol fins on this one as well. They're nice big amount. And I think the reason that yours, Trevor, I think the standout thing on Trevor's first place, what was it, first metallic fish, was them petrol fins. Look at how big and round, perfectly symmetrical them petrol fins are. And I think that's the reason, Trevor, that fish took first place. So morning, Lorraine, late starter. How many fish are there left? We've only done 2 so far, so keep watching. We've also got a little flash auction for you at the end where I'm going to show you some fish. Rob's picked them for me, and they can stay with us. They can be overwintered with us as well. I just want to make it clear that is from when we start the flash auction. Yeah, so Richie there, my koi, helping my mental health, and I think you're absolutely right, Richie. I think in some ways we've lost our way a little bit with the way of the world at the minute. You've got AI, all this type of thing. It's fantastic. It's all fake. And I know for me, when I'm looking at the koi, I'm looking at a living creature, and you're absolutely right. They are good for your mental health. And I believe they're good for your mental health because they don't judge you. So you can sit and look at that beautiful creature with no matter what's going on in your life, and that isn't going to judge you. And that's, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. So Trevor's gone 42. Hi, Andy. Lorraine saying that's good. Yeah. So are you back in the UK, Lorraine? I know last time we messaged each other, you was in Vietnam, I believe. So Terry's finished, Tom's finished. It's with Trevor at 42. Is anybody else bidding on this one? Let me have a look. No, it's with Trevor at £42. You know what? I'm going to say sold to Trevor at £42. Well done, Trevor. Just out of interest, Trevor, are you heated or are you unheated? I know it's a little bit warm on the south coast.
Yeah.
But if you're heated, yeah, if anybody's heated, let me know, because if you've got fish coming out, I can move them and condition them ready to go into your ponds. At the minute, the fish that will be coming out this week, the last of the this season's auction fish, are about 12 degrees. Right, where am I? Let me go there, and then I press that, and then next up we have another special little koi. I can't believe that this one hasn't been stacked up. It's a Deutz Auctoned. Have we got any bids on it? Can't see any bids on there. If I do miss it, folks, please let me know that I've made a cock up and I've missed the bids. At the minute, same again, you let me know where you want to start on this fish. It's a Deutz Auctoned Marahiro Tosai, 17 centimetre. I think this is a thing of absolute beauty, this fish. Look at the colour. The colour is so strong and consistent all the way through the fish. There is scales there, and the scales that are there are actually Ginrin. Let me play this again for you. And I think I said on the video earlier in the week, Deutz and Ginrin, they shouldn't really go in the same sentence, but sometimes it does, and in this case it does, but it, you know, in a good way. In a good way. Look at them scales shining that light back at you around that dorsal fin. That's a confident fish, I think. You can tell just by the way it's holding his pectoral fins out. It's a proud fish. Got a lovely broad head. Only 17 centimetres, but again, you know, don't be put off by that, because Auctoned, Deutz ones, they may not get bigger than 50 centimetres, 45, 50 centimetres. But if they don't, it's no great loss, because they are beautiful fish. And that, imagine that coming through a window, or even without a pond, without a window, the sun catching that's going to shine straight back at you. Sometimes, yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. I was, because when this one first came round, I was smitten with the fish. As soon as I saw the image, I thought, you're looking at something quite special there. But this is the trouble with my mind, is I like all koi. So I'm going to say to you that I like every fish that we come across. The beauty is definitely in the eye of the beholder. So, and I have to say to people, if you're coming along to Elite Koi and you don't know what fish to choose, you've got to stand quiet, and the fish for you is the one that you notice twice. So you could have a pond with 300, 400 fish in. The one that you spot twice is the one that's catching your eye, singing out to you. Another way of picking fish as well, if you really are unsure, is then we'll start putting them into a bowl, and you dismiss the ones that you don't want, so you're just left with your favourites at the end of the bowl. Again, fantastic way of buying fish, and you know the process is it's pretty good, because while this is going on, of course, we're talking, and I can help you in terms of what I would look for in a koi, or maybe what Paul would look for, or a judge. Yeah, nice fish, nice fish. So Tom's got it at £30. I think, again, you know, I can't think I've ever seen a Deutz Auctoned entered into any photo show, let alone the Elite Koi one. So you are looking at something pretty unique here, in terms of, you know, it's not unique in the sense of that one that Tebow showed everybody, which was unique because it was pretty not good. This is a beautiful looking koi and fairly rare. So Tom at £30. It's all quiet through there, so I don't know. Tracy and Rob must be studying the form of the fish that we've got coming up in the flash auction at the end. Again, moving forward from next week, I will be putting the fish into the koi auction house, so you can have a good look at them before. The starting price point is going to go up because these fish will be able to stay with us until the end of March 2026. So think of it as a grow out. They're going to be kept in the same ponds as where the grow out fish are. So bid well. It's something special. They are going to be really, really well looked after, and hopefully we can keep this going throughout the season. You'll all enjoy it, I'm sure. So this one, Trevor, is 17 centimeters. So it's not a huge fish by any standards. A lot of these fish that are still this size, don't forget they've been kept in quite large numbers, and I'm talking in terms of maybe 200 or 300 koi in a pond. When you get these out, certainly as you get into spring next year, and they get a few more pellets than what they've been getting here when they're having to fight for it, you will hopefully see some nice development in terms of size with the fish. I don't expect this one to really change much in terms of quality because it is what it is. It's a metallic orange coloured koi, but it's got, look at that head, it's got such a big fish presence, even though it's only small. I think this one could do really, really well in terms of a photo show. And if anybody's entering the shows, the one way of winning a trophy at the show is to enter something nobody else has entered, because it'll get a trophy for its category, because there is no others. The Go Sankey, which is this Sankey Kahaku shower, traditionally they're very, very competitive categories to win or to get an award at, and that's why people spend so much money on the fish that they're showing. Of course, good thing about our photo show is it's all just about having a bit of fun and appreciating the koi for what it is. So you don't need to be spending a huge amount of money to get something beautiful and then have the honour of like showcasing it to its best potential. So Tom's just saying the fish had settled in well yesterday. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, I've been watching the fish. Like I say, they're outside waiting to be shipped, and I've just been watching them. Neil came over last week, and one or two of his was just starting to slow down, just to the point where maybe they was going to start settling down on the pond floor. So then, of course, I made the decision that we've got to get that pond cleared now and get the fish indoors back. Just keep them just a little bit warmer. It's not so much about the warmth; it's about stopping the temperature swings. Temperature swings really do disrupt the koi, and you can imagine outside when you get a wind chill with a single fiberglass pond. There's no insulation there, so that temperature is going to be up and down, and that's what is not good for them. Anybody got a pond, and if you can't afford the heating, try and get some covers on it so that you can stabilize the temperature. But it is important as well to make sure that light can get through them covers, and also that you check your fish on a daily basis, because if you cover it and walk away, anything could go wrong, and it could go wrong quite quickly. So again, it's up to you as the koi keeper. They are your responsibility in terms of making sure, checking them every day to make sure that they're healthy. I'm going to try and do some more videos in terms of showing you how I operate around elite koi. So all these thousands of koi that we've got, I want to try and put it into words so you can see how I keep these fish and what I need to do to maintain the health of them. So Bradley, new bidder there. Welcome, Bradley. £41 on this Deutz Erengiogen. Anybody who's just joined us, these fish will come with the identification certificate. Again, a lot of our fish throughout the years have been given the certificate. If you've got one that hasn't got a certificate, if you can find the EK number on your invoice or your receipt and send it back, then and send a picture in for the photo show, I can laminate the picture up for you and send it back for you. So you've got your own made certificate of your fish, which is pretty good. So Bradley, 41. Has everybody else finished on this one? We've been streaming nearly an hour. We're on the 4th fish. So, Mr. Starter, this fish, is it a Bendigo? No, it's actually an Orangi. And the difference is, Adrian, is a Bendigo is non-metallic and is slightly redder than this. Orangi. I'm sure the name is Dutch because it's spelled Orenji, but pronounced Orangi is more of an orange koi, and it's metallic. So you can tell it's metallic by, there's a couple of things on this fish showing you that it's metallic koi. One is the pectoral fins, they're solid in nature. You can't see straight through them. And the other thing is it's got a really good luster. The luster is the shine of the fish, metallic luster. On really healthy koi and really good quality koi, you can get a luster on non-metallic koi. So luster can show itself in non-metallic fish as well. So Richie's pond's at 10.5 degrees. That's perfect for getting these fish settled into, Richie. Bradley's gone 46. Yeah, so I was messaging Tebow while he's in Japan. I thought he'd come home. So I sent him a message last night, when you're back in the Netherlands, and he said he's changed his flight in Japan. He's having such a great experience again. He's rebooked his flight. He's having another week in Japan. So that's why I'm not doubly confirming that he's definitely coming here at the end of the month, because if Tebow's enjoying what he's doing, he'll probably end up staying in Japan. But I'm not jealous if anybody asks. So Adrian's gone £49. Of course, we do have the Japan trip booked in for the 24th of January. We're flying out 2 weeks in Japan, a week in Nagata with Marihiro and Hosakai and all our friends over in Nagata, and then a week, we're going to do most of the week in Kyoto. I'd like to see some of the traditional stuff in Japan, the geisha girls, temples, all that type of thing. And then a couple of days, you can't go to Japan and not go to Tokyo just to experience the madness of it. But a couple of days will do us this time. We will be putting a request form out pretty soon before we go. So if you want me to look for you something special in Japan, a good way of really doing that, the request form will go out, but it's just before we go. If you let me know through the business WhatsApp phone as well, then I'll have access to that and I can show you this stuff while we're out in Japan. I'll be getting some teases from Satoshi Tanaka. He's been showing me some Azagis on his social media, and they are out of this world. Snow Azagi, beautiful fish. Right, so Adrian's done, Dell's done. It's with Bradley at £50. I'm going to say going once, twice, 3 times, and that one is sold to you, Bradley. Thank you very much. If you haven't bid with us before, Bradley, if you can give that number a call, please, and Tracy will sort you out in terms of the invoice and that type of thing. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Right, where are we going next? I'll divide that onto there. Be interesting to see that one back, Bradley. That one really caught my eye on a number of occasions. Get the next one up. Tancho, Sankey. We have got some Tanchos stashed around the back, Richie. We'll have to dig you some out over over the coming seasons. Let me just go back onto here. Next up, we've got a Kahaku. And this one is 39. Pretty nice pattern on this one. Lovely red with Kahaku. Of course, it's all about the contrast between the white and the red skin. I think you generally tend to notice a Kahaku more when the white skin is whiter. But the white skin does something pretty unique. It's not like our skin. As we get older, it tends to go greyer. The white skin on a koi, as it matures from being a young koi, it actually gets thicker and becomes whiter. So this one's looking pretty good at this point in its life. There's no bids on it. It is Maruhiro Tosai, 20 centimeters, EK 6639. Let me just, just hang fire on that one just for 2 seconds. Let's go for it. So, yeah, open your bids up, folks, on this one. I did have a look at them all yesterday. One of the Tanchos I've decided, one of the Kahaku I've kept back until the end of spring next year, just to get it settled down a little bit quicker. But this one is pretty good, I'm sure. It's 20 centimeters, Maruhiro Kahaku. What do you think, folks? Does somebody want to start me at £45 on this one? Let me remove that. We'll look at £45 to get it started. Again, I'm not really bothered if they don't sell, because I will settle them down for the winter along with everybody else's fish, and then you'll see them again appear in spring as young 2-year-olds. It's at 20 centimeters now. Do like Maruhiro Kahaku. Look at the colour in this fish. 22nd of September, the image was taken. There we go. Tom's opened us up there. Thank you, Tom. And it's we did a grow out a few years back with Denichi Kahaku, and I wasn't particularly happy with the fish in terms of the colour, the size, the growth, all the rest of it. It was just one of them things, and it made me a little bit nervy about using Kahaku for a grow out. Now, this fish would have come to us back in June, I think. It would have come to us. It's been kept indoors. It hasn't been subject to natural light, and it would have been in the pond with lots of other fish. And look at the colour of that fish. It's pretty good. So is it the food? Is it the fish? Is it a combination of both? Whatever it is. A May chance. Well, let me know. Would you like to see a grow out with some Kahaku at some point in the future? I'm not saying straight away, because one thing we've noticed with the Maruhiro koi is that the colour is enhancing in them. It's getting better and better all the time, including the red. So sometimes you'll get them when they're young like this, and they'll go deep red, and then they fade off to being a little bit more orange. But when you're looking at this fish and the colour of it, that hasn't shifted at all. If anything, it's enhanced. So Tom's got it at 45. So you're right, Tom. It is actually, and it will be a sibling to the other one that's here as well. So there is some nice Kahaku to come. I think what we'll do is we'll drop a couple in a grow out at some point. They're pretty good. If anybody's got a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old Maruhiro Kahaku, then send me the images through of it, because we've got some, and they just get better and better. So again, it's this relationship between myself and the breeders is really starting to pay dividends for all of the community now, because I'm kind of like, I'm getting to know what to expect from the people that we're dealing with in terms of the koi. So £45 with Tom. Do you know what? I'm going to end that one. That one's yours, Tom. Well done. But you wasn't expecting that one. Oh, better put the price on as well. Now, you'll all be pleased to know that I have stopped doing what I was doing last week, and I kept, for some reason, adding zeros on the end of the price that I write on the back of the pot, on the back of the certificate. But mistakes will happen. As always, you know, guys, if ever there's something wrong with the invoice or you're not sure about anything, get in touch with us and we'll clarify where we are in terms of if you paid for it, if you haven't paid for it, whatever.
Dell just came in a little bit after the.
You just missed that, Dell, but I do have another one coming, so keep watching. So next up we have we got any bids on this one? No, can't see any. This is a beautiful young koi. Can you see to Molly, please, Trace? So here we have a Ginrin Kin Matsuba. It's a K-I-N Matsuba. Let's go again. Let's go at 45. Now, these are developing, the ones that have been dropped into the grow out, which will be siblings to this fish. They've come from the same oyagoi, which is the term used for parent koi, are doing really, really well. And people are noticing when in the new pond, when they walk in, how well them fish are doing. So this one, I'm looking at £45 to get it started, to get it going. Let me play it round again, and then I'll tell you about the fish. So metallic koi. It's got them beautiful white tips around the pectoral fins. It's a Matsuba. So inside each scale on its back, there'll be sumi or black starting to spread throughout the scale, and then the border around it is this beautiful orange colour. So it gives you almost a 3D hypnotic effect or illusion when you're looking at the fish. Again, can you see what I was saying earlier about the Ginrin effect of the Marahiro koi? As this fish swims around, you'll notice that you're spotting the Ginrin at different times depending on where it is in the bowl or how the light's hitting it. It's a really hypnotic illusion that the fish is showing you. Fantastic fish. The other thing I like about this one, can anybody else spot something pretty unique about this fish? Answers on the postcard or answers in the comment box. There's something that makes it uniquely visible from all the other Ginrin Kin Matsubas at the shop. My coffee's gone cold. So Adrian's gone 45 on this one. It is 17 centimetre Marahiro koi. Think of it as the best way of thinking about this one is a box filler. You know, make the most of your shipping, get it in the pond. I dare say, judging by the others that have gone into pond 8, that you're going to do something pretty special with this fish next season, or the fish is going to give you something pretty special. Remember, the only 2 requirements that they really need is good water and good food, and whatever's genetically inside that fish is going to be released from the good water and the good food. The spot on its head, yeah, well done, Scott. Just like a perfect round spot of sumi planted right in the middle of the head. I guess if that was any other shape, it may be classed as a demerit on a fish, certainly in a koi show, in a competitive koi show. I like to look at that, and I'm thinking that it's part of the fish's character. It's that one little spot that gives that fish a presence above all the others. So when you flip the way that you're looking at, say, a shimmy, you know, it can be a good thing. I don't think that is a shimmy. I think it's just colour in the head. But hey, who cares? It is what it is. So Adrian, £45. Ashley's gone £47. Neil got one of these earlier. Oh, she looks fantastic. Body shape is unreal. Big fish in the future. Yes, good comment there, Neil. And you've noticed exactly the same thing as what I've noticed with the ones in Pond 8. You was looking in Pond 8 last week, so you might have unwittingly seen one of these in there. So I did feel a bit guilty for Neil last week, so I sold him his fish and then he had to come and bag them up himself. But even that, a great day, you know, Crystal out there learning to bag fish and net fish. Certificates was out there, so there's quite a few fish in that pond, weren't there? Probably 70, 80 fish to be sorted through, all of them pretty similar beasts, certainly the Chagoys. So this is where we put them all into a bowl. And you use the certificate to identify which one belongs to who. But when we do that, you know, it's at the back of the head where the scales start, at the back of the smooth head and the scales start. That is like a fingerprint on a human. That pattern is unique to every individual coin. So once you get the image up and you zoom in, you can really see that pattern to identify each fish. So Adrian's gone 49. Ashley's bidding. I don't know if it's Ashley bidding or if Harry's grabbed his phone. Yeah, so Neil was happy to help last week. It was a great day. Really, really did enjoy it. Thank you. Look at this. Hot coffee. So just 2 more to go of the cold fish. That's what I'm calling them. Is the cold fish. They're outside in Pond 12. Like I say, if people do want fish throughout the week, you'll have to let me know. Give me a ring, and we can get some shipped out to you. It would be in 2 separate boxes though, because the fish inside the shop is still about 16 degrees Celsius. The fish outside waiting to go at 12 degrees. So Ashley, yeah, it is Ashley who's bidding. So £50 with Ashley. Adrian's finished. Thank you for that, Ashley. Adrian, I'm going to say going once, twice, 3 times, and that one is yours, Ashley. Thank you very much. Oh, Bradley, sorry. You just came in after I dropped the hammer. If you want one, Bradley, when you get in touch, let me know, and I shall go and see if I can find you one for that price in one of the ponds. I dare say there will be one there, so 50 quid, and we'll have a look for you. I might even send Rob through there now. Right, next up, we've got, sorry, there's 3 fish to go. So let's do the next Kahaku next. So hopefully I enjoyed it as well. Yeah, Crystal's a fantastic cake maker. She's not good for the waistline when Crystal's around you, and she's giving you lemon love cake and brownies. Right, sorry, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Getting confused. So you're a quiet bunch this week. Has anybody got any questions for me, or any comments, any observations? There we go. Next Kahaku coming up. I'm going to start this one at £1. So we're looking at £1 to get this one going. It is 19 centimetres, believe it or not, folks. That is 19 centimetre Kahaku from Marahiro. It will come with its own laminated koi certificate. I'm really trying to sell the fish now, aren't I? Look, I want my money back for the laminated card. Looking at £1 to get this one going. It's a cracking fish. Again, look at the intensity of the colour. There we go. We're off, which is high bidder at 10 at the minute. The other interesting thing about this fish, it's got anybody who's a seafarer or anybody who's nautical minded, it's got a red eye on the port side, and on the other side, it's not a green eye, it's a blue eye. So it's got different coloured eyes, which is quite special. You see that there, just as it turns around, it's got a port side eye and the starboard side eye. But what I have noticed there, just by looking at that, is it's got beautiful white cheeks, this fish, and it would look pretty good it would look pretty good through a window, I suspect, because there's a lot more white underneath the koi that you can't see. You can see it on this near side now. Looking down the side of the koi, there's more white there. Now, one thing that we did learn from Tebow when he was doing his koi appreciation evening the last time he was in, as Tebow says, as the koi grows, as it builds in volume, so the body's going to build in volume, it's going to spread like this, it's going to grow outward like that. Of course, that white that's underneath will lift up. So the pattern of the fish actually grows with the fish. So as the red comes up and the white comes up, it's going to come up together, and you will get a fish with more white skin on than what it's got now. And it's an illusion, but it's one worth noting. So Keith's listening and cleaning his pond next to this pond temperature 12 degrees. Spot on, Keith. This is your time to have a really good look at the koi. Trev says it sounds like a Bowie fish. so Tom's got £30 on. Molly's stepmother's just come in, so you might hear her yapping in a minute. Tom's got this one at £30. You do like your kahakus, Tom? I've got to admit, this was on my wish list when I went to Japan at Maohiro. It was either big Yamabuki or a nice big Ginmin Kahaku, and I opted for the Yamabuki, but who knows, I might have one of these on the wish list this year. So Dell's gone £31. Oh.
Not on camera,
No, Rob's just stood there, he's not on camera, is he? Can you see? Would you do me a favour? Can you see there's another one of them, pond 2?
Which one's pond 2?
Pond 2. This
What's just now?
Yeah, not that. Pond 3 is the one closest that way. Yeah, there we go. Make Rob wait for his coffee, but it's handy Rob being here because his eye is different to mine, and he's well tuned in on what you guys like. So something else that you're going to see coming this week is Rob is going to be starting to do his auctions again in the WhatsApp group. The only difference is that the auctions will be sent out from our business phone. So they'll be sent out, or they'll be posted on Rob's behalf, whatever. When the bids come back in, of course, I will then forward the bids into the group so that you can see what's going on. If you're not interested in the auction, you'll be able to mute it as well until we finish the auction. So all the fish that Rob's going to be doing are then going to be moved into the new pond 7, which is effectively you're going to be looking at another grow out until the end of March 2026. So think of it as a grow out. I'm going to let Rob pick the fish and choose the fish. Again, if you can always message or phone us here at the shop on that number if there's anything that you'd like to see featured, and I'll pass it on to him. So look at this one. Tom's got £38 on this one. I know Dell was interested in that Kahaku earlier. It's a nice fish. I think the colour of this one is perfect for explaining how deep the red is in these Maohiro. You get different terms of deep when you talk about colour. Deep could be the depth that colour is actually under the skin. I'm saying deep at the minute just based on the hue, the colour of the fish. So it could be you get strong and you get weak Benny. That one, looking at it at a glance. So what do you think? Weak or strong Benny, or even a medium Benny? I'll see. Let you have your guesses, and then I'll try and explain what I'm seeing. I think it's a stable Benny. Because sometimes if you talk about weak Benny, weak red, it can be confused with red that's not going to remain. Well, it's definitely going to stay on this guy. Richie says he's got 4 Kahaku. Oops. Let's spin that again. There's Nakamatsu. Yeah, so give us a ring if you want a fish similar to that, and we will we'll see what we can find you, please. Right, back to this one. Now, it's a stable red, but it's a really bright red. But the reason I don't think it's particularly strong berry is when you look at that white bit that's going across the tail section. If you look at the leading edge of the red plate on the tail of the fish, the tail actually starts way further up than what you think. But I can't see, there's like a pinky colour. That's what they call sashy. And what you're seeing, if there's a pinky colour, is you're seeing the red on the scale beneath the white scale. So this red is very superficial on the scale, because from this image anyway, I can't see that pink tinge. It does tighten up as the white skin thickens, and it kind of like becomes crisp in terms of the colour change. But I'd say that this is weak. Jim's saying stable. I totally agree. It is definitely stable. It's just, it's not deep in terms of deep in the skin. So I hope that helps some of you. I hope I don't confuse too many of you while we're looking at these fish. I think it's brilliant that we can look at them in this way and see what we're looking at. Still can't take away that fish has got a port and nearly a starboard eye on it. So Tom's gone 45. Nice, beautiful white pectoral fins. Always good to see on Kohaku. You know, that could be the difference between value in terms of if there's a little bit of red in the fins, it will impact on the value of the koi. Depends how you view your koi. If you're showing them or whatever, technically it's a bad thing in Kohaku. Sometimes if you get a nice even red in both fins, it gives the fish character if you're just having the fish for loving the fish. So £45 with Tom. Del, are you all done? If you're all done, just give me a thumbs up. If you pop down, I'm sure we can find you something similar to this if we have a look around. It's at Tom with 45. I'm going to start ending it, folks. So your last chance. I'll play it round once more. I'm going to say going once. There's only 2 more to go. We've been streaming nearly an hour and a half. 7 fish down. Going twice. Dell's just coming at 46. I'll just wait for Tom to come back. So £46 with Dell. So take a breath while I have a sip of my coffee. Play it again. Are you coming back in, Tom? Are you done? It's with Dell at 46. I'm going to say going 3 times. You've got until this video ends. And that one is sold to Dell. Well done, Dell. So, yeah, good to see you tomorrow, Tony. Always welcome you, yourself and Claire. Good morning, Martin. There we go, 46 there for Dell. Connection drop. No worries, Tom. Tom, as we get going through the season, I've got some beautiful Kohaku to show you, so don't get frustrated, guys and girls. If it's not the end, it's just the beginning this of Elite Koi. So, right, we've got 1 more to go before we try this flash auction, which I'm really looking forward to. Be interesting to see what Rob's picked for the flash auction. Just go there. And last up, we've got a Ginrin Chugoi. Beautiful young fish. This is a chocolate Chugoi. Of course, chocolate Chugoi is explaining the colour of it. We've got any bids on there? There's no bids. few emotions on it there. Look, we've got a couple of loves and a couple of likes. So you like this one? Is there a comment there? There we go, Bradley. Yeah, Bradley's in at 45. Yeah, I saw you. Sorry, Bradley. I did see you bid earlier when I was trying to put the EK numbers back on the fish ready for the stream, and I didn't have time to get back to you. But yeah, so £45 with Bradley. Bradley. I should play it again. You definitely see the difference in colour. So traditional colour for a Chigoy is but like a tea. Char means tea. It's like a tea. Maybe it's a greenish, lighter brownish colour. This one's chocolate Chigoy. Can you see what I mean about that Ginrin effect on this fish as well? This one's displaying it absolutely beautifully. It's almost like looking at a starlit sky. That fish. Look how strong the Ginrin is now coming towards you as it goes away from you. It's just going to drop out a little bit. 20 centimetre Marahiro Nisai. So Bradley's gone. I've got you down as, you're right, Bradley, I've got you down as £45. So you've got the opening bid at £45. If you want to change your 50 to 45, I'll put you up on the screen so we know where we are. Stunning fish, and again, you know, Chigoy, confident fish. They're quite a proud fish. They will instill that confidence into other fish. This one looks like it's got lipstick on. It's not lips. It's brown, but it looks like the lips are a slightly different shade to the rest of the surrounding head. Beautiful reddish tone to it though. It's like a golden brown tone to it, almost red in nature. Nice koi. So there's Damage, my old mate Richard. Happy birthday for the other day, Richard. Sorry I missed it till late on. It's been pretty hectic here at the minute, so you have to come down and have a coffee. I've just let all the other viewers know that Richard and myself used to drive cranes at Immingham Docks. I first met Richard back in 2000 when we was working for DFDS as crane drivers, and he's the only crane driver I ever know who got nicknamed Damage, but I can't remember him doing any damage. So brilliant. So Ginrin Chag, it looks like Bradley's got this one for £45. I'm going to let it play around once more, folk, and then I'm pretty keen to get outside. Just bear with me while I swap over devices and that type of thing. I'll leave the camera up in the back room so you can see that I'm still here. So Richard saying, "Hey guys," so Tom's gone £46. Lorraine's coming in at £50. Nice fish. Every pond should have a Chigoy. Mind you, I think every pond should have every type of koi, but I do sell them for a living, of course. But
She knows it's there.
I think we get a lot of people coming in. They want one of each, every variety, and I think it's a great thing to see because it's every fish is going to change, and it's just, for me, that's the beauty of this hobby, is recognizing the changes and seeing them for what they are. You know, some fish will change and you think it's the end of the world. I'll use Rob's Ginrin Saragoy as an advantage, as an example. So Rob, going back a couple of photo shows ago at one of the live auctions outside, it wasn't a lot of money. I think it was about 150 quid on a Taniguchi Ginrin Achiba. And it was a beautiful fish. It had a lovely pattern, lovely strong Ginrin and all the rest of it. That is actually the fish that came second in the Grand Champion event last year as a Ginrin Saragoy. So all that brown ran away from the fish. And I remember Rob was a bit miffed when it was happening. Even I was a bit surprised that, you know, with a named fish like that the colour had run on it. But you know what came out in the end was a fantastic Ginrin Saragoy. So is it a better fish now? Though the brown's gone, I think everybody would argue it was, with it becoming second at the photo show. So Lorraine's gone £64 on this one. Hope Neil's got sorted out, Lorraine. I'm always here if he wants to call down and have a chat anytime. I really did enjoy speaking to him while you was away. Not because you was away, but while you was away, he popped down and we had a real good chat. So Ginrin Chigoy, Bradley's gone 68. Ginrin Chocolate Chigoy. It's got a long body, this one. That's my first impression. It's got an elongated body. And, you know, Chigoys, they can pack some size on. They can really pack some weight on. And with the Chigoy as well, if you get them friendly and feeding from your hand, of course, that's probably why they're packing more weight on than the surrounding fish, because they're coming to you for the food. They know if they come up and give you a wink, you're going to put something in their big mouth. So Bradley at 68. $68 with Bradley. Lorraine, are you finished on this one? If you let me know if you're finished, then I can. Yeah, that's good to know. So, of course, I don't think Lorraine will mind me telling you. They're looking at an air source heat pump. It's not something that we directly really deal with. I'd rather pass on the information of the guy who sorted us out with our own air source heat pump. You know, we concentrate on fish. His job is the heat pumps. But in terms, it's important that if you're having a heat pump, that you speak to these people, because a heat pump depends on what, of course, you want to do with the fish. So if my pond, 5,000 gallon pond, I wanted the ability to heat it to 25 degrees in the middle of winter, I had to get a 17 kilowatt air source heat pump to be able to do that. The fact that I've never done that yet is irrelevant. But if I'd gone based the decision on cost, I'd have probably just got a smaller one, and then I may have been struggling to even get the pond up to 12 degrees if it's particularly cold. So really important that you reach out to these professionals, if you like, when you're picking things. It's air source heat pumps. They're a lot of money. They're not cheap items at all. So it's really important that you make sure you get the right one. I've actually changed my mind on. I'm a big believer in gas heating for ponds. Nicking a line off the house central heating, all that type of thing, and putting a heat exchanger somewhere in the pond is a good way of getting heat in there. But I've actually changed my mind now in terms of the shop. So the grow-out ponds, we're all going to be heated by gas, individually controlled, temperature control and all the rest of it. For the sake of what we're using them for inside the shop, I am going to heat the space instead. So I've binned off the idea of individual heated ponds. We've got that facility outside in the quarantine ponds where I can raise all those individual ponds, depending on what I need to do. In here, we're going to keep it up at 18 degrees Celsius in here, so it's nice and comfortable for us as well through the colder months. And if you come down, we'll be able to have a coffee and enjoy the fish. So it's a win-win for everybody. £72 with Bradley. Tom's finished. Lorraine's finished. I'm going to end this one and then I'll answer Rob. There you go, Bradley. That one is sold to you. £72. Thank you very much, sir. I did put 75 there. Let me make that a 2. We're getting myself into trouble. There we go. So that is a wrap for the cold fish auctions, folks. Remember, when we're doing fish, if you do want them straight away, you don't have to leave them here. I'm more than happy for you to take them out. We've just got to make sure that the temperatures are matching somewhere around what we've got here to your ponds as well. So you don't want to be dropping the fish down too many degrees or raising them too many degrees, because you might end up with a breakout of white spot. However, the auctions are going to continue, and I will be let me just remove that. I will be making the decision to overwinter the fish here now until the end of March, early next season. So lots to go at, lots to look at, and lots to do. Did you do the Izagi? No, I never. Where is the Izagi? Bradley, I'm so chuffed that you were there. I've forgotten about. Keep watching, folks. Where's the Izagi gone? I was saving the Izagi till last. I don't know what I've done there. I think I must have picked 2 certificates up. I was saving the Izagi till last because this is a pretty good quality fish as well. Let me just try and get set back up again. I don't know what I'm doing. So your last chance to get a cold fish from Elite Koi this season. Is there any bids on it? Can anybody see? It's a good job you lot are there to keep an eye on me. There was treble 63, so interesting number on this one. Treble 63 EK number. Beautiful Marahua Zagi. If you want to see one of these, a special one, then come and have a look in Pond 10. There's one in there. Bradley's opened us up at £45. Thank you, Bradley. So just close that, and I need to open it. There we go. Look at that. So this fish, you've definitely got to see past what you're looking at here in terms of. There we go. There we go. So it's £45 with Bradley. Oops. By the time I get this in, I bet there'll be another bidding. So £45 with Bradley. Let me put that up. There we go. We're back on track. Yeah, well spotted that, folks. I don't know what happened. For some reason, I put Dell's name on the back of it, but there we go. Marahua Zagi, it is what it is. Now, these fish are absolutely fantastic, and they change. You've got to have a bit of faith with an Azagi. And Azagi, when it develops and as it matures, is you hope it's going to have a beautiful underbelly of bright red scales. And this one, the process has started, and I can tell you that because I can see a little bit of red in each of them pectoral fins. Only a small bit, but this is how it starts with an Azagi. And to be fair, it's all about the development. So as that fish gets bigger, more red will come. You'll see every single scale on its back individually, a bit like the one in Pond 10. And that one's a 4-year-old fish now. I actually bought it as an older 2-year-old fish, and there wasn't any red on it whatsoever. It's a bit of a gamble, but that red is really starting to push through on that fish again now. So there we go. And that reminds me of something else as well, folks. While we're going, this is £48 with Adrian. We do have an Azagi that is going to be raffled for Macmillan, and this was a fish that I gave to Paul Mack for judging the photo show. Of course, we've got to do that one at the end of the month as well, the growing show for the Azagis. He donated it back for Macmillan. Macmillan. So I've got to get that sorted this week as well. It's £5 a ticket. We've already taken quite a bit of money for that fish, and when Deck gets back, I will find out where that fish is. And if somebody can remind me, maybe if Chris Hughes is watching, remind me to make sure I get that done ready for the end of the month, I would appreciate it. It's a Yugenji Azagi, and I spied it the other day, and it is looking absolutely mint. So it'll be £5 to go on them. All we're doing, folks, is we're trying to raise as much money as possible, of course, for Macmillan. We already raised, I think it was, I can't remember how much it was. I think it was in excess of £1,500 at the summer photo show. And yeah, I'd like to keep doing that. It's done through a link now, so if you will make some numbers available and you make the donation, and then I take your names off the donations and put them into the wheel to find out who's going to win the Izagi. Got to remember, the Izagi is just it's the gesture to raise as much money as possible for Macmillan. Let me spin this one again. Adrian's finished. Thank you, Adrian. Tom's gone 51. This is a cracking fish. This is the type of fish that I would happily put to one side and get a bit of size on it and development. Even if it's just to learn from the development of an Izagi. It's stunning. And I still find it really hard to believe, you know, that these were the first koi that was captively bred in terms of colour and everything else. And all the other fish descend from this, genetically, from this one fish, which is amazing. I mean, if anybody can tell me how you would get a yellow out of that colour there, I have no idea. I'm all ears. But of course, I'm pressing the wrong button. Of course, this is what the Japanese koi breeders are really good at. They know what they're doing instinctively and how to get their vision out to a fish and then eventually out to us so we can showcase it. Generations and generations of knowledge go into these Japanese koi farms, and they're passed down from father, the knowledge from father to son, and really traditional culture, and it's amazing. It really is amazing. So Bradley's gone £60 on this one. Keep pressing the wrong button. Ashley's gone 65. So I'll just reiterate, this one isn't for Macmillan. This one is just for sale. There's Reese, look. There you go. You disappeared before you left. There you go, look. Everybody's seen Reese collect his trophy.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
There you go.
So Bradley's gone £70. I was telling the guys earlier that it was your first entry, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So it's not bad. What was the trophy? Second?
Second, yeah.
Second place.
Well,
Let's try out. You want a first place one next time?
Yeah, first place.
So Bradley's gone £70. Let me spin it round again.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
No, you're welcome.
Just watch and see if the fishes in the car. We're going to get dirt now, aren't we?
Yeah, go and have a look at them.
Let's go have a look.
So Bradley, £70. This is the cracking thing about Elite Koi now. Of course, we've got the fish, the grow-out fish are inside the shop, so you can come down, visitors, come down and visit your fish throughout the winter. Come and have a coffee. And I've got to be honest with you, this is where I'm a little bit selfish, because not only do I get to watch any fish that I'm putting into the grow-out, I also get to enjoy everybody else's till the end of March as well. So Bradley's some big bidding going in on this Izagi. I'm not surprised. It's absolutely packed full of potential, this fish. There is another thing on this fish which I'll try and explain. If you look at the back edge of the scales, you might see a little bit of ginrin, which is that mirror effect on the scale, but it's only on the back edge of the scales, and that's what we call cardo gin. So it is a ginrin scale, but only a small piece, a very small back edge of the scale that's shining the light back to you. And of course, as the fish grows, the scale grows, that effect grows, which is pretty special. Plate round once more. Ashley's finished. Thank you, Ashley. It's with Bradley at £80. Folks, I'm going to end this one. Is everybody all done? We have got lots of Izagis here. Marahiro are pretty special to us, the Marahiro Izagis, because of course we've got the big fish, the older fish. We know what they're like. So I'm going to say going once, going twice, going 3 times, and that one is sold to you, Bradley. Well done. That's been great, folks. Thank you very much for all the support throughout the season. As always, I'm now going to just drop this one off and the voice off, this one, and then I'll meet you through in the shop. I'll show you quickly around what's been going on, and then we'll see what Rob's picked. So keep watching. I'll be back with you within a couple of minutes. Speak to you soon. There we go. There we go, folks. So hopefully you can hear me. If somebody can let me know if the sound's good. Yeah. So this is the old way that we used to do the auctions. I'll just keep the film off everybody because not everybody else wants to be on the live stream. This is the new ponds here at Elite Koi. This is pond 8. Just under 900 gallons ish. It's about the same size as that fiberglass tank that was here as well, but this goes floor to the top. And there's the Harvest of Excellence grow out fish. So they're all looking absolutely beautiful. They're so happy, so healthy, these fish. There's the wild card that we put in, of course, that 2-year-old Sankey. But that's a good marker for showing how these are growing. So I think that one was 35 cm, whatever. And look at these coming along. The Showa, Shizui, they're all there. Some of them are still available. They're on the website. They're not going to be on there for much longer because if they don't sell, then of course I will keep them for next season myself. The new ponds, Easy Pod Automatic, and the surge filter. So the surge filter is to keep the water nice and crystal clear. There is a bit of biological activity comes through that in terms of the media when it's draining through. Brand new media, so it's still not cleaning properly yet. The reason we've used the Easy Pod Automatics on here is quite simply because the sockets are over at the back there. So with this fob there, I can turn the power off, put it back on, and that filter reverts straight into cleaning mode. Then the waste is coming out the back, over the back of the wall, and into the drain at the back there. So we don't have to go over there for the surge filter. We've extended the drain line through the wall, as if by magic, and then we use this valve here to open it. Turn the pump off, open that, drain it, do that twice, and that's nice and clean. the important thing for us in terms of these ponds was if we're not in the shop and the ponds are uncovered, there's always a chance that the fish could end up on the floor. So Rob's made these doors up so we can push them open, and the fish are always safe if we're not in there. So yeah, if anybody wants to look at that, I'll go around it. I know Reese has just said he wants to build one exactly the same in his garden, and we'll have a go at that. Right, let's see what Rob's picked us for this wild card auction. And there's some pretty good fish in these. So these ones can stay here with us until the end of March. Early next season, they will be going in one of those grow out ponds once we get them done. Of course, if you want them shipped, we can ship them. So let's see what he's picked. This is pond 1. I go first one out. There is a Kidmin Keeltory. So let me just pop that into there. Kidmin Keeltory, folks. I'm going to get it measured in a minute. That is a Marahiro koi. All of the koi in this auction are Marahiro koi. So have a quick look up. Do you want to stand up and have a look? So Ginrin Keeltory, of course, ki is yellow in Japanese. The utsori is the sumi markings on the fish. And that fish is at 21 centimetres in size. Where should we start on this one, folks? Somebody want to start with the first one at £45. So exactly the same as the other auction. Comments in the box. I'm going to keep that camera over the fish. You're seeing this actually live in the bowl. So Tom's opened us up at 45. Thank you, Tom. 21 centimetres. We will get a certificate done of this koi as well for you. So it just helps us track it through the shop. And when these ones go, they will be in the new pond 7, which I'm hoping to have finished sometime this week. So Tom at 45. Here we go. Scott's gone 50. Thank you, Scott. We've got Tracy in the back doing the comments. We'll see what else Rob's picked. There's a beautiful show in there. There's an Iwakabo, which is a yellow and blue Shisui. There is another Kin Matsuda that is picked out as well. And a Shiro Buji. So Keeltory, Nick's saying beautiful fish. I totally agree. Something special about Keeltory. People call them bumblebee fish because of the colour. Yeah, so these will be kept until the end of March 26th. Then, of course, that's when the overwintering finishes. So, yeah, they say they're actually going to go into this pond there. So there's the grow out pond 8. This is pond 7, nearly completed. I'm hoping to get that done by the end of this week, and the fish will just stay in there. So they're going to be kept at about 18 degrees Celsius. They'll be fed regular and all the usual stuff. You should see some reasonable growth on these fish throughout the period. Got to say though, it's never a guaranteed growth. I know we call them grow outs, but the growth on fish is never guaranteed. Just like human beings, some of them are small, some of them are bigger. Oh, I just pressed something there and I shouldn't have done. There we go, I'll leave that to Trace. So £50 with Scott. Let me get back over the fish. It's a nice fish. The sumi is quite thick on it, and we usually find with these when they're younger and smaller, they've got a greenish tinge to them. And the yellow, when they get out in the natural light, that yellow will pop. It will go a beautiful, rich colour. The sumi is quite thick on it now. The sumi, of course, is the black, and that will continue to thicken. So it's £60 with Scott Tom's gone 65. Remember, folks, we will send the invoices out for these, so we do need them paid for. And then, kind of like if you want images of them, you're probably going to have to message. Wait till we get some more staff back, and then if you message during shop hours or give us a call, ideally, then we'll do our best to get you an image of the fish so that you can see what you've got. So, Scott Douglas Coy is finished. Thank you, Douglas Coy. It's with Tom at £65. If everybody's all done on that one, I'm going to say going once, going twice, going 3 times, and sold to Tom. Well done, Tom. So just bear with me, folks. I just need to get my selection net out. So I've just got a selection net, and then what's going to happen with these fish is I'm quite comfortable doing them in here because obviously if that fish jumps out, it's going to go back into the pond. So that one there. Oh, I just need to take a picture of it. Have you made a note? Oh, that's right. Yeah, so that one there can go back into there, and then we'll sort it after. So what else we got in here? There's that Karashikoi keeps looking at the fish in here. Let's go for this one. This is different. Now I've seen one of these. Advertised as a white monkey, which it's certainly not. I'm going to start the bidding off on this one at 50 quid, folks. So we're looking at £50 to get this one going. It is actually, anybody care to guess what that used to be? It is actually a Shiro Muji, this fish. So it's what we call a Shiro Muji, and the colours run out of it. So what you're left with is a white fish. Just a beautiful white fish. Like I said, I've seen one of these advertised as a white monkey not long ago. But it is what it is. I don't think you're going to get any shocks in terms of that fish. You've just got a beautiful white koi ginrin that is going to grow. And there you go. See the depth of the body. I'm just going to measure it up against the bowl here. You're looking at approximately 21 centimetres koi. So looking at £50 to get that one going. Remember, it can stay here right through until the end of March next year. If you do want it before then, of course, you're welcome to collect it or even have it shipped out. We're still happy to ship fish. I just need to make sure that the temperatures where they're going are matching somewhere near the temperatures that we've got here. So £50, folks. We've got anybody on this one? I'm not going to hang around too long with it because we have got a few more. This is just a quick flash auction. This is the way that the auctions are going to work from here on in. Back to the old way. Let's get the video of the live fish over the bowl. Isn't that beautiful? It is exactly, it is what it is. It's just a beautiful white koi. You may notice that the head's a little bit of a different shade of colour. Remember, as the skin thickens, that will become whiter, and you're just going to have a beautiful white ginrin, solid white koi. So Tracy's saying good body on it. It is. It's a good fish. That is nice. And remember, Rob's fit these. They're not fish that are fit. So Rob's obviously spotted some potential. No sound. No sound on Facebook. Right. I need to. Right. Hold on then. So just bear with me, folks. I'm going to bring one of these through and see if I can use the sound off here. Sorry about this if you are listening. Fine on YouTube. Yeah, hopefully if I drop this back in, let me. Hopefully you can hear me back on Facebook again. Now I just need to change this so that. Yeah. So can you still hear me now, folks? Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, there's sound now. So there we go. There we go. So hopefully there's no screeching. I'll just put that on there so the mic will be working through there. Let me know if there's any screeching, folks. So, right. So no bids on this one. I'm going to pop that one back now. So that one's ended. Let's see what else Rob has picked. Now there's one in here that is absolutely stunning. You see these argies through the bottom of the net. It's hard for me to see what's in the net and what isn't in the net. Let's go for this shower. Hero shower. These need no introduction whatsoever. This fish is pretty awesome already. Look at that. So Hero shower, it's got a lovely deep body. This fish is in full development. I want to start the bidding on this one at 75, folks. So we're looking at 75 to get this one going. Remember, it can or it will stay with us here till the end of March under the care of Elite Koi, where we will do our absolute best to get it to release the genes that are inside it. And the way we do that is just by providing it with good water and good food. And of course, constantly monitoring the fish. Got a nice pattern, a nice bit of sclerosi, which is the white bit, just a flash of it there to tease you in a little bit on the head. The black, as it thickens, it's going to transform this fish. And I love them at this stage of development because you see the black's not fully through. It almost looks like a titanium plate, checker plate on the fish as it's thickening. The size is approximately 24 centimetres, so significantly larger, 75 pounds. You can stay here, you're welcome to come through and have a coffee and look at it. I'll even let you buy some food if you come into the shop. How does that sound? But this is a nice shower. This is my type of fish. We know from previous grow outs that Hero showers do really, really well. We once paired them up with Kaze showers. I think the Kaze showers were Benici bloodline, whereas these are Hero's own bloodline, and they do well. They grow well. They're happy fish, just like the breeder, Mr. Hero and his wife. You know, I'm a big believer that these fish are showing you the traits of their owners. I think this is why they're doing so well in pond 8 at the minute, because they're interacting with us on a daily basis. So if you are building a new pond, I would highly recommend anybody to put a window in it. Bite the bullet, put a window in, because the fish will show you how much they're enjoying your company as well. They line up like dogs and wag the tails wanting food off you. But it's interaction. What a stunning fish that is. So show it. I don't know what I can really say about it apart from what it is. It's got a great body shape. It's very strong. Showers are bred. They're never going to be quite as big as or as long as Sankey and Kahatu, but look at the depth in the body. And I know Issa made a conscious effort to make his showers look deeper in the body, because it shows gives an illusion of power and strength, and you can see that in the body. This, I'm not going to handle it too much. I don't want to stress the fish out too much, but yeah, stunning fish. So these will be the first ones to go into pond 7 when it's done. Here at Elite Koi, I'm going to max it out. I'm not going to put too many in there. I'm only going to probably max it out at 50 fish, the same as what we've done in pond 8 there. Seems a good number. They're happy. The content in that shoal. And of course, the main thing is the growing and developing, which is really good. So this is the only shower that I can see that Rob's picked out today. One thing that we did notice was get over onto the WhatsApp auction group as well, because the same auctions will be running on WhatsApp. Not too many, just odd fish here and there, and we've spotted some absolute pearls of shower in pond 3, which we want to show you. We're just getting ourselves into a position where we can showcase the fish the best and look after it, get the full potential out of it. I love the pattern on this one. Look at the pattern there. Now you can see a little bit more of the red in the light. And this is artificial light. This isn't sunlight. It will pop in the sunlight. It's going to look an even better colour. But that's quite a bright red, isn't it? So 105 with Bradley. Remember, let me know when you finish, folks, or let Tracy know so she can let me know. I am on the smartphone device at the minute. I can't see all the comments going up like I can. Well, I suppose I can do if I just glance over there, but I can see them. Ignore me. So 110 with Tom. Stunning fish. Until that pond's ready, all that will happen is, and this is where a lot of the fish that were shipped this week came from. If they was indoor fish, they came from pond 1. This is all the website fish that we're keeping there. Anything under the value of about £300, you'll find in pond 1. Always worth a good scout in there, some absolute cracking fish in there. See the Yazagis, the Yagenji Yazagis there. But anyway, sorry, I do digress. Back onto this show, it's 120 with Tom. There we go. That's the reason that I do them over this pond. It just decided it's coming out the ball, it's gone straight back in the pond. Keep bidding on it, folks. Do you want me to get it back up? It's 125 with Bradley. I will see if I can. Bring it back up under the net so that you can see it. There it is. There we go. I'm not going to put it back in the bowl, just keep it in the net there so you finish, guys and girls. There's that shower. It's that same fish, I don't think it is, is it? I can watch the video back. Yes, it is. It is. Is it? What do you think, guys and girls? Let me just pop it into there while I double check. Bradley's finished. It's with Tom at 135. Do you know what, folks? I'm going to end that one. I'm going to say sold to Tom. I don't think there's anybody else bidding. Thank you, Tom. I'll check back on the video and make sure that we get that fish, the right one, get the certificate of it. I'm sure it's that one. I'm looking at it now. It is, it's that one. So next up, what we got? Ayahuasca. Now here's a beautiful fish that we spotted last week during the boat show myself, and Michael was checking out the fish in pond 3, and this one we spotted. This one, it is a yellow shizui, really. Just called them. You see them called ayahuasca. Pretty nice, this one. It's got quite a character in terms of the key, the yellow on the head. It's in various places. I'll just let it settle down and then I'll measure it for you. Yeah, I can't. I'm struggling to Let me turn that show on. Sorry folks, it's been a while since we've done them like this. There we go, let's reduce a bit of noise. That's better. What you say, Trace? Yeah, Trace is saying this video isn't doing it justice, but what a beautiful colour on this fish. So yellow Shizui, also known as Iowakaba. Iowakaba will be the name that's on the certificate when it's done. Yellow fish, usually are a little bit nuts. I'm just measuring it now, folks. Bear with me. And it is approximately 22 centimetres. Look at that. Let's start this one at 50 quid, folks. There's a bargain for you. 50 quid. And if it don't make 75, you might even find me bidding on this one. In fact, I'm going to put the bid in at 75 on this one because look at that. Look at the lateral line, the white lateral line showcasing. It's got scales running down there. 75, yeah, please. That is an incredible koi. You can see that there's colour in each of the pectoral fins, which is nice. I need to make that big. How's that? Is that any better? Can everybody still hear me? Yeah, that's good. Just make sure you still hear us over on Facebook. It is. It was just over 21 centimetres, about 22 centimetres. But look at the body shape on this fish; it's perfect. I love the colour. There's all sorts of shades of colour. You've got white skin, you've got blue, you've got the yellow. It's all happening on this fish. And look at that head pattern. Head pattern. You've got two spots of yellow there. It's a calm fish, look. Very calm, nice deep bodied. Look amazing through a window. So £75, it can stay here until the end of March next year. What a way to start the auction, though. That shower and the Kiyosori and this Iowakaba. I'm just looking what else Rob's popped in there. He's put there's an achiever and the Ginrin Kin Matsuba to come. So £75, folks. That's no money. Don't forget, it's going to be staying here for the best part of 5 months. It's going to be fed, kept warm, and we're going to be keeping an eye on this one for you. So £75. Sorry, Trace, I'm struggling to hear what to say. What, the fish? Side view of the fish. So here we go. This is the beauty about doing the auctions live, is that we can get hands on the fish. Now Tracy always used to stop me from doing this because I've got pretty big mitts, and of course it makes the fish look smaller than what they are. But some things you just need to see, like that lateral line. Look at that. And you can always watch this video back if you want to have another look at anything. We keep the videos up on both YouTube and Facebook, so you can always. Stunning fish. Okie dokie, so no bids on that one. That has surprised me. That has really surprised me. So maybe it's because it's a flash auction and it hasn't been in the koi auction house. You know what? I'm going to say that one's unsold. I'm going to drop that one into the koi auction house for next week, so everybody gets a chance to see that. I know somebody who'll be really interested in it next week. So what else we've got in here? Right, let's go for the Ginrin Kin Matsuba. These have come out of pond 3. Rob did have a look to see if there was one of these in pond 2 for Bradley. Do you know what? I'm going to start this one at £50. Look at the body on this fish. It is Marahiro Ginrin Kin Matsuba. K-I-N is the way it's spelled. Kin is the way we pronounce it. Beautiful koi. Oh, come on. There you go. There's the body of the fish. I'm just going to put it on up against the measure there. It's not the easiest with just one hand. There we go. 18 centimetres. 18 centimetres. So Adrian's opens up at 50. Thank you, Adrian. Look at the colour on it. It's glowing. You know, there's no big spotlights. There's no anything. We've just got an LED light up in the middle of the shop there. And look at the colour of that fish. That is pretty special. So £50 with Adrian. There we go, Adrian. There'll be this will be one. Would you be leaving it, Adrian? An interesting question. Okay. So we have got people in behind us, but I'll keep the camera off them. I'm not that cruel. So Adrian, £50 on this one. Yeah, so it's staying there as well. So that will be going into pond 7 again. You know, I'll try and do this every time that we're doing a live stream. I'll try and flash the camera over the ponds every now and again so you can get a glimpse of your fish that are here with us. So Adrian, £50. I don't think there's any more. I'm going to sell it, folks. If you are thinking, make your bid fast, because Tom's gone £51. The colour is so intense on this fish. And it's almost identical to the one that went earlier in the auction if you look at the sumi spot on the head. But these fish will be siblings. They would have come from the same spawning. They would have been selected probably 2 or 3 times from the point of being fry and then moving up through ready to be sold. So any defects are kind of taken out early on. If there's any deformities, that's what makes up the cull, and only the best fish come through at the end. So Adrian's gone 55. We will do certificates for these as well, folks. With it being a flash auction, we've not had time to do them, but I will make sure that you've got certificates for these fish. We've got till March to get them done. So Adrian, £55. Let's just see if Tom's coming back in. Looking what else we've got there. There's one more to go after this one. Which, do you know what? I'm going to drop in the bowl now while I can see it. And this one, yeah, I can see it. I know why they picked this one, because it's caught a few people's eyes as well. So that's the last 2 fish for today. At the minute we're on this Kid Matsuba, Tom's given us the hands up, and I'm going to say that one's sold to Adrian. Thank you, Adrian. That Kid Matsuba is yours for 55. So I should just make a note of that one. There it goes into the holding net while we get sorted. And last but not least, we've got a stunning Achiba Shigori from Marahiro. Body shape is really, really good on this one. I suspect that you're looking at a female there. It could be, it's impossible to say at this age, but just the instinct's telling me that that's a female. I think it's because of the shape of the body at the back underneath. Got beautiful reticulation. I'm just measuring it at the moment. Bear with me. Approximately 23 centimetres. And now let me show you this fish. Achiba Shigori. Let's start this one at 75. You can see the net-like pattern across all the fish. Probably see it better in the water, actually. That effect, it looks like it's had every scale's got a black fine line crisscross to it. It looks like a net's been overlaid the fish. Quite a nice distribution of grey skin and brown skin. These tend to go chestnutty brown, certainly when they're outdoors and get them out into the natural light. No tan show this week, Tom, but I will be having a look for some over the next couple of weeks. We have got tan shows to come, so please keep watching and I'll get some in. Yeah, so the achiever, look at 75 to get that one started. Remember, it can stay here. It's going to have 5 months here under mine and Tracy's care, and of course Dex. Stunning fish. So Tom's coming at 76. Thank you, Tom. This is the last one for today, folks. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget the WhatsApp group. Get yourself joined in there. I've cut a lot of the noise out of there now. The only people that you'll see posting in that WhatsApp group is myself or one of the Elite Koi team. No. Yeah, I'll go back to that at the back at the end, Michael. I did have your face in my mind when I sort of put it in the Koi auction house, but no. So 76 with Tom with this one. Have we got any more on it, folks? I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to drop the yellow Shizui back in the Iwak, but back in now. Michael's watching. Stunning fish. Of course, Michael was here at the photo show last week, and we spotted these fish last week. You can see that reticulation now, that net-like pattern on this achiever. Love them. One of my favourite koi. So I'm going to say going once, going twice, going 3 times, and that one is sold to you, Tom. Well done. What a beautiful fish that is. There we go. It's popping in there. And quickly back onto the Iwakaba. So this one, I was looking at 75 to get it going, Michael. There we go. You've seen the fish, you know what you're looking at here. The one thing that we didn't do when you was looking at it, of course, was show you the side profile. If you look at the pattern down the dorsal line, that beautiful white line, that's a pretty impressive organ on sensory organ on the fish. That lateral line there. That's how fish detect vibrations, and I think they could recognise people from the vibrations alone, because they know who's coming to the pond before you actually open the back door. Everything's sensed through that. So Michael's on his way over anyway. So say again, Trey. 75. 75. There we go. We've got it off Michael, and I'm going to say, going once, twice, 3 times. Sold to you, Michael. Well done. That was easy. Right. I'm going to. I can't really spin it back round on myself, can I? There you go, Trace. So, big thank you to everybody who's joined us. Remember, if you need me, I'm here, shop hours on WhatsApp. You can call us for anything that you need. We will be back again next week. Next week, probably 10 a dozen fish again in the same style of what we've just done now. I will post them up on the
Auction house.
On the Koi auction house, but it probably just gives us a couple of days. It'll probably be Wednesday before we get them up on there. So, well, thanks for joining us. Hope you've all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next week.